Hi guys, so in this video I will show you how to make your Amen sound more crazy than just time stretching, looping and chopping on Polyend. But the first thing, we will need to prepare our sample. So the whole video will be divided in two parts. The first part will be happening in the Ableton Live, and the second part will be after copying the sample into the Polyend, and then we'll be creating our track over there where we'll be messing around with our loop. Okay, so let's start with the Amen break, which is 165 tempo. This is how it sounds. Let's just copy it. Let's copy it to 16 bars, yeah? The first thing what we'll do, we'll add an effect that will be affecting our Amen break. So that will be stutter edit. Let's drop that to our track. Okay. We don't need to do anything with it. For now, let's just add a MIDI track. Let's have the MIDI track remotely control the stutter edit on this sample track. Okay, we need to add a MIDI track as well, the same length, which is 16. And now what we'll do, we'll add some notes. Okay, so we'll leave the first loop clean, so we can easily cut it out in Polyend. Okay. And now we can add a bit more often the variety for the effect. Okay, and let's just copy it till the end. Okay, so here we have our MIDI track, here we have our Amen break with stutter edit too. Okay, it has to be on MIDI, it is on MIDI. So now when you play it, the first one sounds normal. Okay, so here we have our Amen break with the effects. What we'll do, we will render this Amen break, this whole sequence, and I will put it into the Polyend Tracker, and I'll show you what to do next and how I'm using it in my tracks. Okay, so now we are in Polyend Tracker, and I will show you how I arrange the loop and what I'm doing, how do I slice it, and what do I do with it during the, well, maybe not the whole track, but during the pattern. And you can do it differently in every single pattern or every other pattern. It really depends on you and your ideas. Okay, so we have the sample loaded over here. What we'll do, we'll load the same sample on over here. You can import it in low quality. Okay, we're gonna cut it later on. Import low quality, then it takes much less space in your memory. Okay, let's go to sample editor. Zoom in, let's do it properly. Okay, crop, apply. Okay, and what we'll do, the clean sample, we will slice it. Sample playback, beat slice, and we'll slice it into 8 parts. Slice evenly. Okay. And now what we'll do, go into our long sample with the effects, and we will slice this one as well, beat slice, into 48 parts. You have so many options to use in your track, it's just crazy. Okay, so we have those 2 loops which are sliced. Now we go into the song. I know the tempo of the loop is 165. Okay, let's go to the main loop, unaffected by effects. Okay, and let's just add it over here. Okay, so there we go. And now we can expand the pattern. Not expand, let's see. We can duplicate the pattern. Okay, and now we can use our effect sample. Let's lower the steps. Yeah, there's something in it. Yeah, it sounds quite good. We can experiment with some other effects that we generated in Ableton. Yeah, and this is the way of doing it. And now you can add a clean sample somewhere in between. And it sounds even more crazy. And please remember, keep every pattern different. That will make it so unique and amazing, and the listener won't be bored, like in a standard drum and bass, or where the amen is running just over and over and over again. Yeah, you can also, before importing the sample, the affected sample, into the Polyend Tracker, it's a good idea to equalize it, or you can do it in post-production and equalize it later. Yeah, so it really depends on you. Sky's the limit, and you can have 3, 4, 5 different loops, but then please remember to import it in a low quality, because you can see as how much memory it already takes, and when you have the bass lines and pads and vocals, it might eat up the space very quickly. So keep it in mind. Yeah, so that's my idea, to make the sample, to make the loop sample a bit different and add some variety to your loops and amen breaks. So thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.